It's beef bourguignon, but it's sandwiched between a brioche bun with a truffle mayonnaise and pickled red cabbage. But is it a burger? I don't care. Luke, tell me about the burger. Not about you looking at me naked. A beef bourguignon is not a beef bourguignon without these pearl onions. They're small, they're sweet, and you caramelise them in the pan and they become an integral part of the bourguignon. Also mushrooms. I'm going to use chestnut mushrooms because I want some depth of flavour in there. And I'm going to show you a little trick on how to cook them to intensify the flavour. Then I'm using beef shin, and what we do is that we fry these off and then we cook them at different stages in the same pan with some red wine and some beef stock, and it just becomes this deep, dark, flavourful stew that's got the sweet onions and the toastiness of the mushrooms. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm going to show you how to then turn it into some crowd-pleasing burgers. Let's do it. To start off, I'm going to cook the onions and the mushrooms separately, and I'm going to caramelise these beautiful onions in a hot pan with oil. And remember guys, give us a subscribe if you want more recipes like this. What's important is that you drop some olive oil into a medium hot pan, you get it to temperature, and then you drop these onions in because we want to caramelise them. They've got to have that beautiful golden brown vibe. Now, while the onions are cooking, I'm just prepping the mushrooms. If they're a good size, then what I do is I take off the stalk because it can be a bit tough. And then if they're that sort of size, then I slice them into two. If I've got a small one, then I'm just going to leave him whole. I love seeing whole mushrooms in the stew, and I just take the stalk off again. Rattle those through, and then it'll be time to cook them. Okay, so these guys are nicely caramelised. They're absolutely perfect. Let's get them off. Now in the same pan, on a medium heat, get your mushrooms in there. Now these are going to take a little bit longer because what we're doing is we're not frying them, we're essentially toasting them. Mushrooms are 95% water, and so by putting them in a hot pan, you're essentially evaporating off that water and you're toasting and intensifying the mushroom flavour. That will really come through when it's in the beef bourguignon. Now they're going to toast, they're going to reduce in size, they're going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. While that's happening, let's get the beef ready. So get yourself a tray or something like that, give it a good dusting with flour, get some salt and some pepper, and that's your seasoned flour. Let's get the beef in there. There's a couple of reasons why we do this. First one is to season it. The second one is to protect the meat. And the third one is to develop the caramelization. Getting that gnarliness delivers flavor within the pan. You're gonna get all that beautiful barky caramelization, and then it's gonna sit in the stock and just give to the pan for the next 2 hours. Let's get the mushrooms off and fry this lot. Now, using the same pan, back on the heat, and you want to get it up to a medium-high heat and just add in some vegetable oil, something with a high smoking spot. And then once that's tickling at the right temperature, we're going to start frying off the beef. Once you've got your meat fried off, put it all into the pan that you're going to whack in the oven. And then again, same pan with all those flavors. Take a diced onion and drop them in. You need a tablespoon of tomato puree, and the most important thing is you just put it in there and you cook it for a good 4 or 5 minutes. The biggest mistake that I see all the time is people don't cook through their tomato puree. Now I'm going to get 3 nice big fat plump bulbs of garlic, and I'm just going to take them out of their shells and get them into the party. And then a nice big fat sprig of thyme, in that goes. Now, once you've had your onions on the pan for about 5 minutes and they're just beginning to catch, get it into the pan. And then I'm going to add half a bottle of red wine. I'm using a Bordeaux, which is perfect for it, and 2 bay leaves. And then I've got 500 mils of beef stock, which is just going to cover the beef. Now you want to get some pork fat into your bourguignon, so we get this in early, and all that beautiful fat and beefy, porky flavour is going to get together and make love at the same time. Just trust me, yeah? Now time to season the pot. So some salt, some freshly cracked pepper, and then it's lid on and in the oven at about 140 for about 90 minutes. Now you're saying, you've forgotten the onions and the mushrooms. No. If we put those in now, they will obliterate and completely dissolve in the stew and you won't be able to see them in about an hour and a half's time. And what you want is you want those in there. They're part of the joy and the fun of it. They go in for the last half an hour. Let's get it in. Now, beef bourguignon goes so well with polenta or mashed potato. It's a real hearty autumn dish, right? But it's the summer and I want to do something that's a bit more fun and a bit more food busker. So I'm going to make a beautiful, simple, crunchy pickled red cabbage, and then we're going to do a mayo that's got some truffle infused into it, so then it's just this handheld sandwich of filth and loveliness. So I want about 200 mils of white wine vinegar into a pan to bring it up to the boil. As it's just bringing up to the boil now, I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons of castor sugar, and I'm just going to incorporate those. Once that's fully mixed in, take it off and let it cool down. While it's cooling down, we're going to get this guy, we're going to slice him into a quarter, and then I'm going to use a mandolin to get really super thin slices of red cabbage. And just as you can see, it just glides. Be careful with your fingers, but just look at that, like beautiful. Now the liquor's cooled down, so get the cabbage in and just let that pickle away in there for about an hour. And I've got one in the fridge that I did earlier. And then I'm just draining that so it's not too wet when it goes on the burger. Right, let's check on the bourguignon. Okay, let's see how it got on. Oh mate, look at that. See, that is just absolutely beautiful. Like the beef is just completely falling apart. It's sticky. The bacon's added that depth. Now I'm going to get out the thyme sprigs. Just get those out. Just stir through. And then let's just have a little taste. Oh, you see, that's what a beef bourguignon's about. It's the intensity of beef flavour and the beef stock. And then you've got the red wine and the beef. They all really just pack a punch. Let's get the onions and the mushrooms in. I'm so proud of that already. Like, I know that's going to just blow everybody away. Back in the oven for the last 20 minutes and let's make the truffle mayonnaise. Okay, truffle mayonnaise. So indulgent, so naughty. It's gonna like add to this dish and just take it up a notch, and we're just gonna keep it super simple. So we take a teaspoon of truffle puree into 4 or 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then I'm just going to put a teaspoon of acidity in there with some yuzu juice. If you haven't got that, then use a lime or a lemon, and you can zest that in if you fancy. Just incorporate that in, and then that is going to take the burger to the next level. It's going to get people going, ooh, what's that? They're like, oh, it's truffle, of course. Okay, let's see how it's done. See, that just looks incredible. And that's why the bacon, the onion, the mushrooms, it all comes together with the beef. You know, just look at this. Oh, right, I'm gonna have to try. Get a little bit of everything. Oh, the beef is just absolutely ooze fall apart, and then it's balanced with the bacon and the saltiness of that, and then the depth of the mushrooms and the sweetness of the onions. That is a bloody work of art, brothers and sisters. Let's build this baby. We're gonna start off by getting a little bit of our truffle mayo. We're just gonna smear that on the base of the burger. Now, build your beef bourguignon on top. So just layer it on. Then you've drained off your pickled cabbage. So you're just going to put that on top. And then that, my brothers and sisters, is done. I mean, just imagine if your friends or your family came round for the weekend and you dropped that on their plate. Like, visually it just knocks you out, but the flavours deliver as well. You've got the crunch and the light relief of the pickled cabbage that's going to just complement the depth of the beef, the sweetness of the onions, and then this aromatic toasted mushroom vibe that just is humming. And then it's all finished off with that beautiful, delicate truffle mayonnaise. I mean, like, come on. That's gotta be worth £8 all day. Let's take it out to the streets and see what people will pack. And remember, people, subscribe to the channel if you want to see beautiful dishes like this or amazing food stories. Right, brothers and sisters, are you ready for the beef bourguignon burger?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Take your halves. Exactly. Charlotte, how are you?
Good, how are you?
She's a chef. What are you saying?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. Like
You've
the
gotta say
truffle
that.
mayo.
You like that, yeah?
Yeah,
It's
it's good combination.
Okay.
Big fan.
What would you pay for a full burger?
For a full burger, £9.
£9. Okay, I'll take that. How you doing?
Really good now.
Yeah, good. You're not
Yeah.
terrified? It's fine?
No, absolutely.
No, good. Okay. What's your name?
Sorry?
What's your name?
Ving Jensen.
Vin Jensen, okay. And what did you think of it first?
It's great. It's really rich in flavors and really, really good.
Good. What would you pay for a full burger?
I think anywhere else in the world, like probably £8-9, but for London at least 12.
Mic down. So, what's your name?
Luke.
Hello, Luke. How are
Hi.
you?
Great.
Good.
It's really it's weird to see it, in person. It's
Yeah.
strange. I'm used to seeing you like this big on my phone, laying in my bed. But
It's all good.
it's really good.
I'm just gonna go.
No.
Luke, tell
I'm
me about
sorry.
the burger. Not
Well-
about you looking at me naked in bed.
Right. I didn't say naked, but you
I
just
did
went
that.
there.
I went there with that one.
It's better, here than through my phone. And as you would say, back of the net.
Boom. Come on, he's on brand. What would you pay for a full one?
At least £15.
At least £15.
At least.
At least £15.
From you.
Okay, and then we're going over here.
Hi,
What's your name?
Laura.
Okay, Laura, nice to meet you. Where are you guys from?
We're from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I want you to know we came here because you sent the word out,
Yeah.
and we're here. So
Increase the peace,
Yeah.
spread the love,
Directly
and they
all the
flew here.
yeah,
Today.
direct
I only
flight.
tweeted 2 hours ago. I don't know, the service is
We
amazing.
have ways, okay?
Okay, I'm not going to question that. What's the burger saying to you?
Okay, first of all, I love anything pickled.
Okay,
So when I saw that pink,
you're on board.
I'm already on board. Okay, it's really good. The meat's like super tender. I love those little like nuggets of
they're really good,
onions.
right?
Yeah.
Really good. What would you pay for a full burger?
All right, keep in mind, I don't know how much to pay for food here because everything's expensive. But I would say 13.
£13.
13.
£13. Ed, I'm sorry about this, but it is a mic down. So, whether it's served between 2 pieces of bread or on polenta or mashed potato, beef bourguignon is just one of those dishes that you need to add to your culinary repertoire. If you like this recipe, then give us a subscribe, people. Like, share, and increase the peace. See you next week, yeah? Come on, baby. Talk to me.